how can we create that data frame from Hive tables? It's very simple, guys. Now see this, df1 equal to, or df underscore Hive1 equal to spark dot read dot table default dot account device. That's it, guys. Df underscore Hive1 equal to spark dot read dot table default dot account device. That's it. This is going to read the entire table as a data frame in Spark. So df underscore Hive1, what it is? It is a data frame. Got it? And if you see this, Hive1 dot print schema, everything, whatever the operations we performed on data frame, everything we can do on the same data. That's it. This is the statement that will be used to read the data from a table in Hive into Spark as a data frame. Spark dot, that is Spark driver. Spark driver dot Spark session driver read dot table and database dot table name. That's it. Very simple, guys. Okay, and we can see the data also. Hive1 dot some show of some 5. You can see the data. We got the data as data frame now. That's it. Very simple. Okay, there is one more way of doing this. There is one more way of doing this. That is df underscore Hive2 equal to spark dot SQL of select star from default
Default.
dot account device. So you can choose any one. There is no performance difference or anything. Okay, everything is fine. Df underscore Hive2 dot print schema. Everything will be same. Even this is in, yeah, let me show you that what is this df underscore Hive2. It is also data frame. So whether we use this statement, this particular syntax, or this, both are same. So whichever you feel comfort, that you can choose. Okay, so select star from account device. So here the advantage of using, here it is, this particular thing is we can write the queries and we can get the process data into this SQL as a data frame. Got my point here? Process in the sense we can apply some filter there and we can get only that result into Spark as a data frame. So here we have something like, some device ID equal to 29. Let's say we can apply that ID where device ID equal to 29. That's it, right? Device underscore ID. So df underscore Hive2 dot count. Total how many records we got here? So we have 44452. Actually, how many records are there in this table? Let's see from the df underscore Hive1 dot count. There is rows. So we have 1,23,355. But matching, filtering with this with this statement, we got only 44,450. That is the advantage we have with this. So what we can do is Hive1 here uh, dot filter. What is the table name? Sorry, that name, device underscore ID equal to 29. We can do that. We get the same thing. Here also we get same 40. We get the same thing. 44, 444. We can do that. Okay, but let me show you one thing. Yeah, this is one, Hive 2. So both are giving the same result. What is the difference between these two? Which one do you think is easier?
Second one,
Yeah. This uses pure SQL. If you are pure SQL guy, you can use this approach. If you are, this language is called as, whatever that I have is called as DSL language. DSL. That is called as domain specific language. Data frames, in all our data frame discussions, we have used the filter, group by, all those operations, right? All those are,
Yeah.
all that language is called as domain specific language. And this language is called as pure SQL language. So it's up to the programmer interest whether to go with that language or this language. There is no performance difference at all. Both are same. It is only the difference at programming level, programmer level. That's it. Got it? Now df underscore hive1, df underscore hive2. Now let's say I perform some transformations. Let's say hive1 dot show of some 5. So I have some data in this. Let me add one column. How do we do that? Df sum 3 equal to df underscore hive1 dot some way. How do we add a column? With column,
with
okay?
color.
Column. Let me some call it as new c current underscore timestamp. Timestamp is not defined. For that, what is that we have to do? We need to import that package. So module functions import. We used to do that here. Now it will work. df3 dot show of some 5. Yeah. Now I would like to save this data frame. df3 is some, just we have added some column. Let's say this is process. Now I would like to save this data frame to Hive. How do you do it? df3 dot write dot save as table. Save as table, and you can give the table name, whatever the table name you want. So under default dot test spark df, I'm just calling it as test spark df. Okay, I think it is the process going on. Yeah, it is done now. We can verify the same thing in Hive now. Default dot test spark df show tables in default. You will see test spark df. Here you have the test spark df. Select star from, I'm doing this from Hive. Okay, test spark df limits some 5. You, yes, you got the data. Perfect. Okay, with this newly added column timestamp. That's it. Very simple. Reading and writing is very simple from Hive, and whatever you want, you can do all those operations, and after that, you can save the data into Hive. Now, guys, I will tell you. This is very, we are saving this data frame as a table into Hive, right? Now, when we have a table in Hive, ultimately the data will be saved as a file in HDFS, isn't it? Okay. So, perfect, right? What format, in which format the data will be written as? Just say this. It is not CSV, but let me show you that. Yeah. User Hive warehouse. What's the table name? Test Spark, right? Where I think it is the next page. Test the next page. Test spark df. Here we have test spark df. Okay, the last you can see this. Okay, it just now it is created December 3rd 7:45. Just now it is created. Let me open this. What is the format of the file, guys? What is the
Parquet
format of
fine.
the Parquet? Can you see this? Okay.
Mm.
Isn't it possible to, what can we say from this? Make a note of this point, guys. By default, Spark is writing some data in what format?
Parquet format.
Parquet. Isn't it possible to write the data in other format? I would like to save it as some other format. So now I call it a df2 write dot format.
Mm.
You can mention the format here. Let's say I want to mention CSV. This will be saved as a test spark df2. Let's go and verify it. Go back, scroll down, test spark. I think it is the third page. Fourth page. Test spark df2. Now you can observe the format of the files is CSV here. We can observe here the extension .csv. Okay, so by default, Spark will write the data as Parquet. By default, if we don't talk about the format, in which format, by default it will write the data as Parquet file. Okay, then what about reading? So what I do is, so it is a table, don't worry about it. Tables will be read automatically. Now what I do is, see here now, some df4 equal to, just make a note of this point. After this I will ask you to make a note, then you have to make a note of it. Spark dot read dot format csv dot load. I can mention some path in HDFS. I think in the root directory we have some files are there, CSV files. Let me just check it there. So in the root directory, we have any files? I don't think we have any files. Let me go to directly this, whatever the file that is created now. User hive warehouse, and in this fourth page, Spark 2. So this is the path of HDFS. So how do we read data from HDFS? HDFS colon double slash 172.16.38. And copy this by user hive warehouse in this one CSV file. Let me copy the name of one CSV file. You know, even though the data is of hive data, I can read as a HDFS file. Why? Because it's ultimately stored in HDFS. Don't get confused about this. Okay, how come you are reading it as a file? No, ultimately it is stored in HDFS. Whether it is stored in hive or HDFS directly, that doesn't matter to me. Okay, then we can read it. Now we are able to read this dot show. Perfect. Okay, now I will try to read the same file, CSV file, without mentioning the format. So which format it will expect? Let's try that. So we did not mention the format. So what format of file it will expect if we don't specify the format? So it is throwing an error. Can you see here the last here file is not a Parquet file. You got to see, you can see this. That means it is expecting the input to be in Parquet format, the input file to be in Parquet format, because we did not mention the format. While reading and writing, make a note of this point, guys. Spark will try to read and write for creating the mainly for data frames. Spark, if you want to create Spark data frame in Spark, if you do not mention the file format, by default it will try to read Parquet files. It will try to write as Parquet files. Remember this point. By default, I'm telling you, by default we can change the format according to our requirements, but by default it is Parquet file. Okay,